this is the pre-show fantasy thing we're gonna do week to week. Name pending. If you have any ideas for the name, leave it down in the comments below. But we're gonna go ahead.
Just came up with this like 10 minutes ago,
yep.
So got nothing.
So just figure it out. Help us figure out a name for this show. But we're starting off with my fantasy league, the Beerly Boss Ultimate Fantasy League. We got IDP going on, and we're gonna go ahead and rewind back to week 1. And it was a disappointing week. I'm gonna be honest, guys. So
I gotta tell you something about your team. My dad texted me after the Niners game, and he was like, because in the other league, I guess you have. Wait, do you have Aaron Rodgers in this league?
Yeah.
Oh, the other league, you have Rodgers and Lance.
Yeah.
Dad texted me, and he was like, I believe Zach started Lance over Rodgers, and they both sucked. But yeah, wrong league.
Yeah, wrong league. So I did start
Aaron
Rodgers.
Sorry for having Aaron Rodgers.
Huh?
Still, apologies for starting Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, no. 2.8 points in my league.
Jeez.
Not great.
Just start Mac Jones, God.
Yeah, 2.8 points, and that is really what cost me this game. There's a couple other things that cost me this game, but the number one thing, Aaron Rodgers only getting 2.8 points. Definitely didn't
What was
hurt.
the final score?
194 to 218.
Okay.
Najee didn't do anything for me either. I got 10 points, 10.6.
At least he's playing next week.
Huh?
At least he's playing next week.
And then I have Alvin Kamara under 10 points. So
we all have Kamara in a different league, and we all started him, and we were all very excited about him.
He just sucked.
And we all got bamboozled.
I feel bamboozled. I think that's accurate.
CeeDee Lamb stock done.
Yeah, so I had CeeDee Lamb as well. So basically, this right here, this killed my team's chances. If you look at quarterback down to wide receiver 1, that murdered me. Okay?
Yeah.
Everything else on my team went pretty good. I had Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, 58 yards and a touchdown on 2 receptions, including a touchdown of 40-plus yards, which is extra points in my league. Then Hawkinson, I want him to get about 10 a game. I'm not expecting a ton from him. 8.3 is not terrible. Then I had Christian Kirk. I was right about Christian Kirk. He was going to be the outlet pass. He had 12 targets last week. Pretty good. Pretty good game from Christian Kirk. Miles Sanders, a guy who I was not high on coming out of my draft. I feel pretty happy that I drafted him. 13 carries, 96 yards, a touchdown, 2 receptions for 9 yards. 19.75 points. Dustin Hopkins, 7.3. He's a kicker. No one gives a shit.
If only his team better.
What?
His quarterback. If only his quarterback could have moved the ball better.
He won.
Let's say
the team won. The team won. But we'll get into that during the show.
Okay.
There's a little sneak peek of what we're going to be getting into in about 25 minutes.
So we have defensive line, linebacker. We have 3 defensive linemen, and this is where I made the mistake. I made the mistake of starting Trey Hendrickson.
Because he's white?
Yeah, basically. He only got 8.5 points. He had 4 tackles and only 1 QB hit.
That's not bad for D lineman, though.
He's a defensive end. Get a sack. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Good job, bro.
Then I made the mistake of also starting Cole Holcomb. Only 5 tackles.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a middle linebacker for Washington.
You don't know a lot.
And then Pat Surtain, only 4 tackles, 0 passes defended. Okay? Javon Holland did pretty good, but here's what happened. On my bench, Jameis Winston, 26 points. James Robinson, 19 points. Michael Thomas, 23 points. DJ Chark, 16 points. Highsmith had 3 sacks, a forced fumble, 9 tackles, and 4 QB hits for a total of 43.5 points. And then Quincy Williams, linebacker.
You made every single decision.
I know. My bench went off. This is ridiculous.
Your bench might have scored. No, they didn't. But it's kind of close.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Great start to the year.
Yeah, not
What about
great.
their team?
Their
Did
team,
they go off or?
They made all the right decisions. It's basically a reverse of me. So if you look at, they had Trey Lance on their bench, Rondale Moore on their bench, Noah Fant on their bench, DeMarcus Lawrence on their bench, and Zach Cunningham. The only one they made a mistake on was their linebacker Nick Bolton, and Harrison Smith had 20. But I mean, it's not like they missed out on much. I mean, he had Minkah Fitzpatrick, who had an insane game.
I mean, he still has Blake Martinez.
And then he had Blake Martinez in. That's the only big mistake he made, was Blake Martinez instead of one of the other linebackers who's actually on a fucking NFL team.
So you didn't get overpowered. You just got outclassed.
Yeah.
You got the power. You got the...
He started Cook for Buffalo, too.
How did you lose that? Jeez.
He had Jamar Chase and Lamar Jackson, and I made some big mistakes. This is what I'm telling you. Wide receiver 1 to quarterback, that killed me. That killed me.
God, I hate your league so much. Your scoring is so bad.
It's fun, man. It's fun. It's ultimate fantasy. You wouldn't understand. Okay, so now we're gonna move on.
Are you going through all your matchups?
Huh?
Are you going through all the matchups?
I wasn't going to.
We should.
No.
We should.
No, that takes way too long.
No.
So 4 people are gonna watch this.
It takes way too long. We still have a podcast.
I want my whole league to watch it. This will take 15 minutes.
Oh,
Care about your league.
It's already been 5 minutes.
Okay. So we're going to go through the rest of the matchups. So obviously I lost. I'm 0-1 in my league, which is not great. I'm not happy about it. If we look at the rest of the league, week 1, we had How I Commit Your Mother scoring a dastardly 340 points. How Do You Want It? Won pretty handily as well. Marino Biologist, the worst scoring team in the league, week 1. That Dolphins Realtor ended up beating Nico Suave 244 to 205. OnlyFans and Team WDW Mark in a tight one, kinda.
OnlyFans, that's a fire name.
Yeah. And then Beerly Bearded, fan of the show, TNT Joey, he ended up beating Trey Time, who's probably pretty sad about what Trey Time looked like this past Sunday. So, now, we're moving on. Can I move on?
I suppose.
Okay.
I would like to see some players, but we can do that next week.
Well,
No. This is a short segment, bud. This is not.
But they give a shit about their matchup.
Now it's time to talk.
I don't give a shit about their matchup.
It's time to talk about a dub. I'm not going to look at my waiver requests because I don't want you guys knowing that information because you guys are in
it's not Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right. Fuck off, Kerry. Rodgers on Perks came out on top week 1. We're going to take a quick look at that. And then we're going to take a look at your guys' teams in this league. They both played so well. Your guys' teams did great.
The Pooper Bowl. Me and Kerry sucked, man.
Yeah, that was bad.
So, despite my bench going off also in this league, I had some pretty good games here. So, Aaron Rodgers, obviously, not great. But the other guy played Matthew Stafford, so it's not like I'm losing a bunch of points at the quarterback position. So, then I absolutely dominated at running back. He had Dalvin Cook and Leonard Fournette. I had Cordarrelle Patterson and Jonathan Taylor.
Patterson was crazy.
Patterson's always crazy. I knew he was going to be a sleeper. I should have picked him in some of the other drafts.
Doug Sidor was hating on you for that pick, and then he just went off.
Yeah. Next up, Keenan Allen versus Isaiah McKenzie. Basically a wash. I do have a slight lead. Gabe Davis and Deontay Johnson. Gabe Davis, the invisible man. I've been saying it since last January. No one can see him apparently on the defense. Gabe Davis, an incredible game versus the Los Angeles Rams. Not a bad game from Deontay Johnson either, 12.5 points. He slightly edges me in the tight end category, but it's basically a wash. Hunter Renfrow, Ezekiel Elliott, basically a wash. Greg Joseph did great for Minnesota. Mason Crosby, Green Bay had problems. And then a wash at defense. I ended up taking it down by 33 points. So I'm feeling pretty good about my team in the Beerly League.
Are you guaranteeing playoffs already?
Yeah, I'm going to guarantee play. I always guarantee playoffs. I guarantee it before the season starts.
Okay.
Bucks by 50 and league champion, sadly. What a great game, guys. The two lowest scoring teams in the league.
I blame George Kittle.
Let's take a look at what happened here.
I blame my whole roster. They all sucked.
Bucks by 50. Derek Carr versus Dak Prescott.
Dak got hurt, so...
Yeah, but he played like shit.
It doesn't matter. He sucked before that.
Yeah.
Now I just need another quarterback.
Yep. Then you had Christian McCaffrey, and Javonte Williams is what ended up taking it home for Carey over Derrick Henry and Alvin Kamara.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
I was so happy about Henry, Kamara, and Akers.
Oh, and
yeah, he had Akers too.
Our tight end battle was great too. Kyle Pitts
versus Cameron Brate, top tight end battle of the century. So, Carey, I have a question for you, and you too, Trevor, because you guys were both high on this guy coming into the year.
Kyle Pitts?
No, Darnell Mooney. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Whoa! I didn't have him ranked high in fantasy. I just think he's a really good receiver. I don't think he's going to put up great numbers this year because Chicago Bears are the Chicago Bears. But what I think he's a good receiver. I think he's really like a wide receiver one. Like he's like Brandon Cooks.
Okay.
But as far as fantasy, I'm not promising anything for a Chicago Bear.
Okay.
Gary, on the other hand, had him top 10. So you can go ahead and explain that, buddy.
It's week 1 and that was in the rain. Let's wait.
That's true. That's why I'm not out. I'm not out on Trey Lance.
Yeah.
What did you say? It's week 1 and what?
It was in a downpour. It was horrible.
Yeah, so you can't really say anything about the passing in that game.
That's true.
So if he sucks week 2, I'm gonna get worried. But
what about Cam Akers? Trevor?
That shit was annoying, bro. That was very annoying.
I'm so glad I didn't draft him in any of my leagues. Glad.
They don't like Henderson. They didn't play Henderson that much last year. It was Akers' show when he was healthy. Akers catches the ball better. Akers does everything better except he's smaller.
Akers was horrible to playoffs last year. He's not good.
He wasn't healthy though. I'm saying before he got injured. He was the RB1.
He got injured preseason. Are you talking about 2 years ago?
No, he got hurt last year and came back in the playoffs.
Came back.
I thought he got hurt preseason last year.
Yeah, he did.
Last year?
Yeah, he got hurt.
Yeah, it was in the preseason, and then he came back in the playoffs.
Yeah, but he was RB1 in the preseason, right?
Yeah,
he was RB1.
He got hurt at like practice or something.
I thought he was going to come back and be RB1, get all the snaps. He's a better football. I thought he was a better football player than Darrell Henderson, but
he can't block for his life.
And then Tennessee Titans. I guess the difference really came down to the defenses, guys. New Orleans versus Tennessee.
No.
Because the Falcons put up like fucking 30.
And I still have to do 2 shots of hot sauce for it on the show. So.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Even though the Falcons look good with Marcus Mariota under center, doesn't matter. I still have to do 2 shots of hot sauce because he didn't throw for 230 yards.
Did I do a bet with you about the Giants when he said they were going to go 1-16?
I think so. We haven't made a bet in like.
I didn't say because I didn't say they were going to go. Like, the bet wasn't that they'd go 1-16. I said I think the bet was they wouldn't win 5 games or something like that.
They're definitely gonna.
Okay. It's week 1, bud. Let's.
Hey, you had them with 1 win, so they're already on top of things.
He's not wrong yet. He's not wrong
yet. That's true.
Yeah. 16-game losing streak, maybe.
All right. Now we're gonna go into Trevor's league real quick. Right. I want to
let my league know that I will be pushing to go through every matchup next week. I'll be pushing as hard as I can.
How about you get here on time, and then we'll talk.
Yeah. So, Trevor, what happened here? 97 to 102. It looks to me like you just had bad quarterback play.
And Kamara. This was the league where I was extremely disappointed in Kamara. DeAndre Swift, Carey, been talking shit about him for a while. Your words.
Week 1. Wait till he gets hurt.
Yeah, pretty much any other quarterback would have won me this game. I mean, he didn't have like a crazy good week, but this was definitely a winnable game. Kamara let me down again. Who's my kicker in defense?
Kicker in defense, you have Austin Siebert from Detroit and New Orleans. So again, bad pick on
the
the defense.
Saints really let me down. Yeah. I expected them to get at least double digits against the Falcons.
But Marcus Mariota looks like a guy after week 1.
Juju?
Yeah. Just saying.
Oh, like I said, Juju is a league winner. How'd he do?
11 points.
Yeah.
League winner?
He's just warming up.
5 TDs. 5 TD passes. He had how many? 0?
You're such a hater, bro. Holy shit.
That's the job.
He's just warming up.
Okay. Now, I'm going to stop the screen share, and then Carrie can screen share so that we can get his team up here.
That was like Inception.
I'm going to cut that out.
Why?
All right. Week 1. Embarrassing performance. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, I see week 2, though. Oh, there it is. Week 1.
I lost by less than a point.
Oh, shit!
Embarrassing.
Oh, fuck, Carrie. What happened?
One man ruined me. And his name was Nick Folk. 1 point. If he had had one other extra point, I would have won that game.
You knew.
Look who had more fantasy points, pussy. Yeah. The quarterback battle. Fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah. Get ready for that conversation on the pod. Oh, God.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait, so I'm curious, Carrie, because you say you pick kickers week to week, right?
Yeah, usually. It's defensive weeks. I change my kickers a lot, though.
So my question is, like, you coming into that game thought that New England would get trounced by the Dolphins. So why would you pick Nick Folk?
Because bad offenses usually get good kicker points. I thought they were going to lose like.
I wouldn't say bad offenses. I would say like average offenses.
Yeah, it's like
Raiders.
Yeah, you need an offense that's going to move the ball, but not score in the red zone and just get field goals the entire game. And that's what Nick Folk was. That's why he's the number 3. He's like number 3 kicker last year.
Yeah.
But Darnell Mooney sucks. Nick Folk suck. Cowboys didn't do much. Kamara, Harris. So many chances.
All right.
Yeah. Got to bounce back next week.
Bounce back. I have to bounce back in 2 of my leagues. One of them we didn't show. That's a friends league. But I got to bounce back in 2 leagues. So let's talk a little bit about this. How are you guys feeling coming out of week 1 of fantasy? Tell me your thoughts, your feelings, ideas. How are we doing?
I feel terrible.
I'm good.
I probably the worst start ever.
I got a good bench. I'm good. I gifted Kerry a win because it was his birthday. So I couldn't beat him on his birthday. So I had to, I sacrificed that because I'm a nice guy. But I'm feeling very good about going.
I want to show everybody something real quick. I'm gonna go to.
You think you're gonna hit 100 ball this week? Maybe get 100 points in the game.
You know what? You know what? When we end this stream, I'm gonna say something so nasty to you.
Well, okay, let's hear it.
Yeah. Wait, did we end it or are we still going?
No, we're still on. So again, it was one of those things we were talking after the draft for the Beerly League, and we were talking about how my teams doesn't have a lot of star power, but it's pretty deep, and that came out really well last week.
Yeah.
With everyone on my bench scored 100 points. I think I had over 100 bench points.
I think you did too with that one guy that had 43.
No. I'm talking about Beerly League. Because I had Cordarrelle on my bench. I had James Robinson on my bench. I had Baker on my bench. I had Miles Sanders on my bench.
Baker?
Yeah, Baker put up 18. Better than Rodgers.
Anyone did better than Rodgers.
Yeah, he's quarterback 32.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets Dak at 4 at least.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was it for this pre-show
check out the show. Listen to the show
thing.
Listen to the show.
We're gonna be.
It's gonna be a great one.
We're gonna be doing a show here in a little bit, and we will see you guys.
We will be killing one of us live on the air.
His name starts with.
We will be sacrificing on this week's show.
Live on the air.